Welcome to the Wormhole, where keeping it real is expected. There are a couple million podcasts you could be tuned into, but you chose to take this journey with us, and for that, we thank you. Without further ado, the Wormhole with Tim and Troy.
Well, Fleet.
Yeah, he'll be in a minute.
You know what, man? That shit ain't had nothing to do with that entanglement. But
watch the video again and kind of saw
watch the video.
Okay.
But I'm with you on that. Whatever the fuck you had a problem with, y'all men. Y'all can talk about this shit when it's over.
On top of the being a man thing, I'm just sorry. I understand it was a family matter because that was kind of personal. But you have to process in your mind. First of all, we are in a public place. Second of all, that's a black man. It's got to be black. It's got to be black over everything.
It does.
Somebody gonna probably say, well, Troy, man, at that moment he ain't thinking about that, but you gotta be thinking about it because at the Grammys now, if y'all was at a Will House or a Chris Rock house, shit, yeah, you can slap the shit out of him. That's how shit goes. But not at the Oscars.
Man, it should never get to fisticuffs as men of a certain age. Men of a certain age should never touch another because really. If that shit is real, my nigga, Chris Rock got all purposes to beat his motherfucking ass. You don't never put your hands on a man. Talk to that man. Talk to him if it's real. If that shit real, I know it got real when he sat down. Now, that other shit might have been scripted. But that shit right there, as far as you keep my wife and look at him, man. I'm going to tell you something. You don't talk to me like that. I'm working right now. Don't nobody fuck with you when you working. You got a problem with a man. And that's us as black men. We so quick to do shit to each other.
That's it. That's my whole point. That's it.
Man, that's crazy. Because if a white boy said it, man, you ain't gonna say no shit. Man, come on, man. Like, man, he could have easily pulled him to the side.
I think if fucking Johnny Depp or Matt Damon would have said that same joke, Will would have chuckled that shit off and went to the house. He wouldn't have went on stage and slapped him.
But why do you think you can slap Chris Rock, though?
That's why the same reason we shoot each other dead in the street. And it does take a full circle back to racism. It always is, because if we continue to show that we are disposable sheets of paper in a notebook that we done scribbled on, take this shit out the notebook and ball that shit up and shoot it in a trash can, if that's all we are to each other, that's how we're going to get treated. They're going to keep on doing us like that.
Because, I mean, that could have been handled differently. That could have been handled way different. You don't do that. That's, like I said, I know it might have been scripted, but you don't do that. And I don't even like the way it's perceived.
That's exactly. Like I said, we shot the message to each other. Even if it was scripted, which I don't believe it was, but even if it was scripted, well, you know what? The more I think about it, it could have been set up because they are all actors and
right.
Actresses.
They are all actors.
So listen, even if it was stupid because whatever thing you was trying to raise, all I saw was a black man slap a black man in front of the Grammys at the Oscars, and for some bullshit, maybe not for some bullshit, I'm going to take that back. But black man walks on stage, slaps black man, couldn't contain himself, restrain himself from doing so, and that's what the streets is. That's what our music is. That's what our hoods are. That's what everyday life is. That's what the fair is.
Yeah, that shit crazy, man. I mean, I understand you getting mad, but dude, you said it. Like, man, y'all at the point where like nigga, y'all got each other's phone number,
Man, and if you ain't got it, you can get it.
If you ain't got it, you can get it. And I mean, and I'm talking about it. If I don't have your number at that stage they like they in right now, at that platform, nigga, if I don't have your number, I'm only one phone call away or one text away from getting your number. Like, there is no reason why we got to do this in front of everybody. Like, nigga, if you crack a joke on my bitch and I don't think it's funny, okay, I'm gonna laugh it off. But nigga, it's always an after party. Always after party. It's an after party, it's a parking lot, it's all that shit to where, as men, we can sit there and be like, hey, bro, you know what I'm saying? Hey, bro, that is shit.
And I feel it. But see, my thing is, and like, I guess I just feel like I'm being repetitive, but my thing is, it don't matter what the problem was. It don't matter at that point. At that point, if we're talking about changing this whole thing, and a lot of us have got to the point where we've become individualized and ain't no black people giving a shit about the black community. We don't give a shit about the community aspect no more. It's kind of like, I'm going to do me. I'm going to get mine for my family. That's just how I'm going to live. But in my fucking fantasy world, Every fucking step we take needs to be a step forward to showing some restraint. We ask for restraint every day. We get people together. We congregate millions and millions of Black people all the time to march, to donate, to do everything for restraint from another race. But we don't never show restraint upon our own race. We never do. And that was a prime example. I know there was millions of people watching the fucking Oscars tonight. I know it was.
They say they made the highest ratings ever in history.
I'm at my job, which I have an at-home job, and we have like a network where everybody talks and all this shit, like on a Zoom call. And they came on there and went against work protocol because this is such an important topic and started talking about the Will Smith, Chris Rock shit. And I'm just going to be honest with y'all. It's a lot of white people talk about it. So now they got a lot of shit to talk about. And it's two Black people quarreling or being slapped or whatever the fucking case is on stage at the fucking Oscars, man. Like, what the fuck? Why, bro?
Well, I mean, we live in a fucked up world.
Such a setback.
I mean, what do you expect though, Troy? I mean, think about it, man. We sit up here and most of these young girls' idols is a prostitute that got a pass.
And that's it too.
Kim Kardashian, that's a prostitute got a pass. Prostitute with a pass. She, you know what I'm saying? It's just ridiculous. But like, she's such a this, she's such a that. And motherfuckers look up to that lousy bitch. Like, man, like that is not what you want to be. Yes, she built an empire off her ass, but don't nobody want to talk about that.
Man, money is the end all. Nobody gives a fuck. Most people don't give a fuck. As long as money is the end all, they don't give a fuck what the story is. But to your point, yeah, like Kim Kardashian, whatever you think about her, and the other models, the other role models for women are women who twerk at every moment that they're in person on any camera. They have on no clothes. So, I mean, I don't think there's a chance. And you know what? I'm deviating. I'm fucking deviating right now. You almost made me deviate.
No, you ain't deviating, dog. I mean, I see where you was going, but I see what you talking about too, though.
Yeah, I don't want to bash women tonight because this ain't about that. This is about.
It ain't about bashing women.
This is about a Black man.
I think you're talking about our culture and how.
Yeah, I'm talking about the culture.
Appreciates everything that's wrong.
But it's gonna come off as bashing of women, though. That's what it's gonna come off as. It's kind of like.
But do you give a fuck, Troy?
I don't really give a fuck. But then you have to. But you have to have positive reinforcement. Like I've learned that raising two children, two girls especially. Like sometimes you just have to reinforce positively, even when you know it's wrong that they're what they're doing. Even when you know they're about to run into a trash can head first, you have to just let them run to the trash can. Kind of, I don't know, and let them do it. I don't fucking know, Tim. And you have to kind of be positive about this shit. That's not how I want to be, but that's how I'm forced to be in life.
I mean, yeah, okay. Well,
yeah, but this is us. But
go ahead, dog. Go ahead, dog.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying this us, and we ain't gotta be positive. We don't want to.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. In this moment, you know what I mean. We can talk how we talk.
I feel like we should,
but I think we should exhume some kind of positivity, and at least a little bit. Even though I know nobody gives a fuck, and wish they should, but I mean,
give us something positive about the marriage. Go ahead. Because we're on the positive kick, man. Go ahead.
No.
Wait a minute. No. Hear me out. Wait a minute.
About the situation.
Wait a minute.
All right, go ahead.
No, what you asking me, brother? What you asking me?
No, I was saying, man, go ahead and throw something positive, a little positive piece out there for their marriage.
For who? Hey, man, marriage don't exist. That shit do not exist.
See, I'm not even believing that.
No, that ain't positive, bro. That ain't positive.
I have nothing positive to say about that shit. Y'all niggas gave y'all life up for somebody that probably don't give a fuck about you.
Just ain't giving a fuck.
Shit, I'm giving you positivity. You know, this is my positivity, my nigga.
Okay, come on with it.
Run
for the hills right now.
Run. That's my positivity. Get the fuck away. Because I'm going to tell you something. Go ahead, cuz.
Who is going to take care of all the shit that I don't, all the spillover shit? Who going to take care of all that shit? And who going to take care of all that shit that you don't want to take care of, man?
Nigga, that's between you and the Lord.
That's between me and the Lord.
That's it. Get rid of this shit.
So you going to the grave and ain't worried about no bottom bitch. Like you ain't giving a fuck.
What you going to do about it when you're gone, dog?
I feel you.
What you going to do about it? Motherfucker saw you probably been a good nigga all your life. Motherfucker saw your name when you dead. Ain't nothing you can do. You have nobody to defend your honor. You put all this shit in his face. Now, I understand Mother Goose. I'm not talking about Mother Goose. But these other motherfuckers, you putting all your shit in your faith in this ain't shit bitch, right? And you love her to death. You know, I'm going to put my life on the line. I tell you what, lose your job and lose some money. Shit, that pussy you was looking at is somebody else's.
No, I do slightly agree with you on that. And I agree with you in 50-50. Right. Because I think it's some bottom bitches out there that'll ride it out.
It is. It's very far in fucking between, dog. You got to find them bitches like a needle in a haystack.
Them the only ones that deserve to be married. Them the only ones that deserve the title of a wife.
I think it's 50% out there that'll thug it out as long as you are not treating them bad mentally or physically, and you ain't pulling no fuckboy shit. And then 50% of them out there are looking for a come up, just like anybody else in life. It's people out there looking for come ups. You can't blame a woman that don't want to be stagnant in one place in her life.
Man, fuck that shit, nigga. You tell me when you find that bitch.
I don't blame women for much, man. You got some people who blame women for all the problems. I feel like blame don't go down; they go up. You know what I'm saying? And if we at the top, who do the boss got to put the blame on? You know what I'm saying?
It all starts with self, dog. You know, man.
So if you got a woman, if you got a wife that ain't acting right, you married her. You know what I'm saying? You chose her.
You knew the bitch wasn't shit when you met her.
If you got an ain't shit baby mama.
You knew she wasn't shit when you met her.
You may, and then if you didn't know, you maybe ought to do a better job of picking. Maybe, you know what I'm saying? Maybe the vetting process might need a little tweaking. But in the day,
hey man,
we got to accept the blame.
I do. I understand that, and I agree with you 100% on that. Accept the blame, because you know what? A lot of niggas go nose blind. You know this motherfucking house stank. You lay up in that shit, right? You don't smell it, right? But so you been with that bitch so long to where you nose blind. She ain't shit. And really though, if she ain't shit, you fucking ain't shit, bitch, you ain't shit either on the cool. Exactly. Let's be honest with ourselves.
I don't know about all that. I don't know.
That's bullshit, nigga. I don't know a nigga that is of substance. Well, yes, I do. But man, you choosing to fuck with motherfuckers. I know women that are awesome women, but fuck with a nigga that ain't shit.
Now
I can't combat that. I don't know. Y'all got me on that one.
I do firmly believe that the majority of women are far less likely to commit adultery than a man. Like I'm talking about a really small percentage.
Are you fucking serious?
Wait a minute, Tim. I'm talking about originally. Now, a lot of women commit adultery because they have been scarred and their trust about a situation has been altered a little bit or skewed. But I think that women try to find things like we've discussed before. And as a matter of fact, in the first Fleet feature, we were talking about what women strive for and the things that they strive for. The men that they want in those positions are not men that's going to be likely to be a faithful man. So I think that women get, I think that the problem with women are that they make shitty decisions on men, and they know that they're making shitty decisions, but I think that they value themselves so much that they think they can overcome any situation.
Well, but then you can't blame them on that. You got to blame the nigga for valuing that bitch because she ain't shit. You know she ain't shit.
It's two games out there, Tim. It's the game that you win. It's the game that people like me in. It's two games out there. So you don't. The rules are different. It's two games. It's one set of rules when it comes to relationships. I think it's one set of rules, but it's two games out there, bro.
No.
I wouldn't be no good in your game. It'll be like me trying to.
That's why I say it's only one. You're over there. That's it. When you come fucking around where I live, that's it.
So you're the only game. The game that you're playing is the only game. What I'm doing is kind of like I'm in the pit stop at the race car.
No. You over there with your family and everything. You know, you doing it the right way. You know,
this is a game. I would think that this would be considered a game as well.
It's not a game. No,
this is a game. I guarantee you one thing. I'm gonna give any nigga in the streets this challenge. Any single nigga knocking down whatever amount of bitches or whatever he doing to consider himself single. I want to see him be successful in a marriage for 1 year. One physical calendar year, successful in a marriage. I guarantee you that his game would not translate from the streets to the fucking marriage. It won't do it.
Well, goddamn, Troy, you asking a nigga that got a gun to your mama here talking about spell banana. I can't do it. You know, it can't be done. It can't
let's not talk about which game is harder or easier then, because if you can't do something, that means it's difficult.
No, it's very difficult. That's why you have those who can and those who can't. That's like it's those who teach and those who can. It's the same shit. Like there is only one game. If you on the married life, be that. It's only one game. But when you married to a woman, you be a fucking husband. There is no such thing as, oh, I'm married, but I got this bitch over here, nigga. No. You can't be a player / good boy. You can't do that. Either you in or you fucking out. That's it. If you over there, you married, be married. Now, those who try to, straddle the fucking fence, I think it's really fucked up because you ain't gonna be able to do it. You ain't gonna be able to do it. It's terrible. It's terrible. But if you out here, you true to it, you do it. That's it. But once you go up there and say, I do, then shit, let it go, nigga.
Let it go.
And like shit, you done got me to go buy a goddamn suit and I got to sit up here and listen to this bullshit. Fuck all that.
But do I understand why people step out? Do I understand what happens? Because humans are not really that worthy of a being. We say a lot of shit, man. Everybody say a lot of fucking shit. And everybody's usually really good at one thing, trying to earn back redemption. That's all everybody want to do is apologize. And that's what everybody does.
That's called lying.
That's called fucking lying.
Lying.
But that's what everybody does, man. 90 fucking, I don't know how many % you want to put on it, but pretty much everybody's not good at keeping their fucking word. And we sign these contracts, like Flea said in the first episode, we sign these contracts and we expect this shit to go like we don't even live in the first place. We don't even live like our contract's supposed to be. So because I guess go ahead.
You give up so much of yourself, man. You give up so much of yourself.
You do.
Like, and I don't get it, but I do get it. But man, like when giving up so much of yourself, like you really compromising everything you've ever did, everything you stand for, all that shit. When you go up in that shit, fucking with them women, you got to be for show, man. And really, you can never be for show. You really taking a chance every time. You taking a fucking chance, but are you man enough to take what comes with it? Don't bitch, don't complain. Are you man enough to take what comes with it? Because 9 times out of 10, the nigga gonna cheat. Let's just be honest.
Yeah,
he gonna cheat.
Yeah,
most women, because women, I'm gonna give women a lot of credit. I love my sisters, just I do. They can be solid like a motherfucker, but niggas cheat. And I don't know how to say this. Niggas cheat for a reason. Because niggas cheat for a reason. They cheat for a reason. It ain't because of this bitch is fine. This bitch is no. They cheat because it's in our fucking nature. It's the scorpion and the fucking frog. That's just the way it is. And you know what? In the end of that story, everybody dies because the scorpion can't fucking swim and the frog is dead.
Yeah. So the scorpion couldn't help but stay in the fucking frog and kill him, but his stupid ass didn't wait till he got across the fucking river.
He can't swim, man. That's the way it worked, man. That's the way it worked. Like, man, everybody want to give people all these goddamn amazing stories and all this, man. That shit ain't real and you know it. Let's talk about what's real. You fucked up. The bitch you fucking with is fucked up. Everybody fucked up. So are you willing to take on your shit and her shit? Because now it's our shit.
So I think, and then there you have Jada and Will. So we always look at how much of Jada shit Will is taking, but we don't know what kind of shit Will got with him.
But you know what though?
And I think maybe Will knows how fucked up he is.
But okay, but the key thing though, Fleet, do we know? We don't know.
We don't know.
We don't know. We know what she did. We don't know what he did.
Right.
Because he had enough nuts to tell bitch, you was fucking. Keep your fucking mouth shut and take this check.
Yeah. But but we all do. We all can do that. But but the power still lies with that other person, whether they, you know what I'm saying? It all comes down to how do they feel about the situation. You know what I'm saying? They got the power at any point. To strike a match and blow the whole joint up.
But you can't sit here and tell me I'm free to go.
About the person. I think if you are able to have a side piece and they it's gonna come down to more of who that person is than how you're managing the situation. You know what I'm saying? I think we all like to take the credit. I got her in check and she ain't do this. She might just not be the messy type to wanna, maybe because maybe she may have a little pride about herself and she may feel like if she goes and puts all the business out there, she not only making you look bad, making herself look bad. You know what I'm saying? But we'll take all the credit, like, hey, she ain't saying nothing because she know, you know what I'm saying? She know what's up. She know to keep her mouth closed.
Boy, y'all niggas believe like a motherfucker. I don't believe that shit at all, man. Everybody wrong. Everybody gonna tell everything. Fuck all that, man.
Everybody ain't gonna tell.
I know everybody ain't gonna tell, but everybody. But you know
if
what?
They don't tell, it ain't got nothing to do with you. It wasn't. If they don't tell, it wasn't that they didn't tell because of you.
Nah, I know, but like I say, man, you know, you going things thinking that a motherfucker. Look, man, I don't trust nobody.
And I guess at a certain point, I don't either. To a certain point,
so
I don't trust nobody.
I think it came down to the person. I think the folks who Will was messing with, Will was probably dealing with older women. You know what I'm saying? B probably was dealing with women who might have had more to lose. You know what I'm saying? Jada messed up. She dealt with a little boy. You know what I'm saying? A little boy who had nothing to. You think about it, if any of them Hollywood women that Will was messing with, if they came out and spilled the beans, it would make them look crazy. You know what I'm saying? It'd make them look crazy. People look like, what is your motive? You know what I'm saying? But you got Aldous Alsina, this young dude, you know what I'm saying? He from the hood.
Yeah.
Ain't really had much before he started messing with Jada. Jada showed him a whole nother world, kicked him to the curb. He ain't got nothing again. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Fleet, but I just totally disagree. I'm sorry. Because there is no fucking way. The money and everything, like you've been talking about, the money and the power and the things that come with it. Look, if Will got enough money to keep his bitches in line, what the fuck is wrong with you?
I don't think Will, that's what I'm saying. I don't think Will was keeping them in line. I think Will was just happened to choose the women that won't talk, which was kudos to Will.
Kudos to Will because he put his motherfucking foot down. Because I'm gonna tell you something, and I might be wrong.
I don't know if it was a foot down thing. That's what I'm saying. I don't.
Come on now.
Ain't nobody foot that strong unless you.
Yes, it is. Of course, you see it is.
Unless you threaten to kill them.
Hey, you think they don't go? But I'm not saying that. But no, you ain't got to threaten to kill no motherfucker. You got some bitches you can fuck and you be like, man, them bitches ain't gonna say shit because they getting the residuals. But a nigga is gonna talk. I don't know a nigga in the world gonna sit there and keep in their mouth, in their head, or to themselves, I fuck Jada. Ain't no nigga gonna keep that.
I understand what you're saying.
So, but see, also the angle, the thing to look at too is that little boy heart got broke. You know what I mean? Jada at some point, Jada went too far with him. I think Jada made him believe that they would have possibly been something. You know what I'm saying? I think Jada and Will was on their little sabbatical. Will was messing with whoever he was messing with, but made it clear that, hey, I ain't leaving my wife. Jada was over here fucking this boy world up.
Running the whole game.
Running the whole game. And I think at some point, you got that line you cross when you got somebody you messing with, but there's certain things you ain't gonna do because you don't want them to feel like you're catching feelings. Some people, it might be eating booty. It might be kissing them out in public.
Where'd that come from?
You know what I'm saying? Everybody got a line.
Where are we going?
Everybody got a line that you don't cross.
Yeah, you don't cross somebody.
So
nigga eating booty? What the fuck? Man, fuck all this shit, nigga.
I'm sorry, Flea, my bad.
But y'all follow.
I'm with you. I swear I am.
So I still disagree. Goddammit.
I think Jada came, and she was older, so she came on a motherly tip. Did things to this man sexually he never experienced, and she probably connected with him on a spiritual, mental level.
Oh shit!
And I think when she told him that it was over, and hey, it's done ran its course. Me and Will about to work it out, and that boy had to go back to wherever he was living before. You know what I'm saying? And he lost access to that whole network, that whole world that he was in, you know what I'm saying, coming and hanging out with, he realized that them wasn't your friends, them was Jada friends.
Mm-hmm.
That was friends with you because you was around.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I can believe that.
I think when he got cut off to the whole thing, the whole experience, that's what made him bitter, like a female. You know what I'm saying? When she gets cut off, and that's what made him go spill the beans.
Yeah. Man, going up and coming down is horrible. Like I've always said, I've never been all the way up. I went up a little bit, but going up and coming down, I think is worse than never being up in your whole life. I would rather never be up and go up and come down. I think that shit right there will have you so fucking depressed. And like you said, he was depressed. He was fucking in love and depressed. And he read it. He'd spill the fucking beans.
But then also you gotta remember that when he did that interview, it was around the time of his album dropping. You know what I mean? So I think it was also an aspect of it where, you know, your record label got you on ice. You got this new album you want to put out, but they asking you, why should we put it out? What do you have to talk about on this album that's gonna make people run out and buy this? Well, I do got this real situation. You know what I mean?
Thing.
Yeah. So I think he had multiple reasons to do it. You know.
But Tim, to combat your point, I don't believe in pimping like Tom Mighty. I don't think no nigga got no fucking stronghold over no bitch. I think a woman. I think, but you keep saying I don't mean force, like physical. You keep saying you put your foot down and you make a bitch. I don't think you make a bitch do that. I think Will strategically planned out who he wanted to be with because either A, that person had something to lose themselves, or B, like Flea said, he made sure they knew up front what was going on. I think that with whatever that guy's name is, I don't even know his name.
August Alsina.
Okay, yeah, August Alsina. I think with him, I think Jada really did. And I think that the most important thing was the motherly aspect. I think when you find a woman, and every player and pimp say they just a player and pimp, but when you find a woman that gives you a motherly aspect and takes care of your life, there is nothing like that shit in fucking life. I don't give a fuck.
Remember, she said he was on drugs. She cleaned him up. You know what I'm saying? She got him off the drugs. She giving him the best sex he ever had. She cooking for him. Yeah. These things that she probably treating him better than his own mama ever treated him.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, absolutely. Well now we're talking about a genre.
He's sharing his deepest darkest secrets with her.
Oh, that boy said we're talking about a genre of porn.
Yeah, he's sharing his deepest darkest secrets with her. You know, she providing a safe place. She done become his she done became his therapist.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? All that, and when you cut that off, man, and then we don't know how she did. We don't know how she did it. Did she change the number?
You're right about that. You know what? So shit, I'm gonna go back just for the sake of conversation. It's his fault. Like how? I think they said the nigga got a mental problem, whatever the fuck. You don't never. And maybe I can't talk because there is no motherfucking way. If a bitch show me motherly love, I know who my mom is. Like you don't fuck around and show me motherly love. I don't give a fuck what you're doing because really, you ain't my mama. You can bathe me and do all that shit, but I'm looking at your titties, goddammit. I'm looking at your titties. I want to man, like, I want to know everything that go on the front of your clothes. That's what I want. That's what I want to do. I don't want to hear nothing about no goddammit when you leave. You know, I'm missing a void in my life. I ain't missing shit, but your stinking ass.
But see, now you got to remember this. We got to remember this. This boy was 22 years old. 21.
That's no excuse.
21.
No excuse. No excuse.
I don't know. It may not be an excuse, but it is something to factor into the equation.
It is.
But to circle this thing all the way back
and the only reason I say that is because I see you drawing a lot of comparisons between you and him.
Exactly.
So I just was throwing that age.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean? Because
that's true.
You got a lot of age and experience to that got you to this point the way you see things the way that you see them now.
Regardless.
Hey man, let me tell you something, man. Hey man, you trying to analyze me? I don't like it.
yeah. Give me free therapy.
Yeah, free therapy. And I ain't paying for it.
I'm just cutting up the steak, man. You know,
I'm fucking with you, dog. I'm fucking with you.
Regardless of what's going on or whatever the fuck is happening in whoever's head, that was not the right action to make at that pivotal point in life. That was the Oscars.
For who? Oh, you're talking about for Will. Yeah. Did you see the video?
I saw the video. So the video showed me that Whatever the case was, I think she was offended by it because maybe Chris Rock didn't know. I think that if they talked about that afterward, Chris Rock, he could have walked on stage and whispered to him. Chris Rock would have said, brother, I'm sorry. Jada, I'm sorry. I didn't have no clue. Whatever, I apologize. But for him slapping him.
You talking about people amongst men.
Who cares?
Men do that.
Who cares?
No, we care. We're talking about it.
Yeah, no, I don't care about that man.
Did you see Will? Did you see Will laughing at the joke?
Yes, he was laughing at the joke. Will was laughing. Now, who knows what's edited? It looked like it was real time, but he looked like he was laughing at the joke real time. So he was sent up on a mission by his wife. And I would hate if that's the case because that means that she didn't even recognize that sending a black man to slap a black man at the Oscars was a bad idea. Like everybody, those two people, because I can't blame on everybody. Nobody else knew it was gonna happen. So between those two people, somebody should have said, "Do not be black on black in front of in the Oscars like this." That was terrible. Set us way back.
Nigga, I don't give a fuck. Nigga, you don't never wife, girlfriend, or fucking life partner, whatever you want to call shit nowadays. Don't let nobody send you off. Don't let nobody send you off to act a goddamn fool. Don't let nobody send you off.
Nah, I agree with that
That's bullshit. Don't let nobody send you off. Like shit, if a motherfucker crack a joke is inappropriate, well the fuck, and we, you know what? Okay, I'll deal with that in time. And now, when I mean time, it has to be done in a timely fashion. That means as soon as he get off stage, I'm talking to him.
And I think that right there told us that right there showed us a lot about their relationship. The way that Will could go from laughing at the joke to 2 seconds later on the stage so mad that you ready to put hands on somebody. That means that like you say, she sent him on a mission.
She sent him on,
and he took no time to think about it.
Yeah.
Like she gave him a look,
a command.
It was like a fucking command. That's crazy, dog.
He went from laughing. He was laughing. I'm sure Chris ain't never know because Chris was looking at him laughing at the joke. So when he got up on the stage, Chris ain't see that coming. Chris would at least duck.
What?
You know what I'm saying? Chris was confused.
He would have ducked. Okay.
Damn.
Think about it. Nobody's gonna let somebody get that close to them if you know that it's hostility.
But you know it's Will. So you think Will ain't gonna do me like that? But then Will was just laughing at Will was just laughing at the joke. But really though, after all this shit over with, that nigga gotta see me. You gotta see me, my nigga.
Yeah, we gonna roll up at the show. Oh,
because I'm gonna tell you something, and I'm gonna really tell you what I think about your broad, my nigga. I'm gonna really tell you, because you the one looking like a goddamn fool, and you want to come here and slap me, bitch. You slap me, I kill you.
See, I'm gonna tell you something. My girls ask me all the time, Daddy, why you keep two pair of shoes? Because see, sometimes I wear shoes I don't really want to get dirty, but I keep 2 pair of shoes on me though. Cause so after that Oscars, me and Will would have talked after the show with my other pair of shoes on.
We got to talk, and we're not talking amongst men because you touch me.
No. Sleeves rolled up, jacket on the ground, everything.
We gotta get out. Because really though, you don't respect me as a man. You really don't. Because I'm gonna tell you something. This was two or three things that
you put your hands on me.
I would much rather
in public while I was at work.
Absolutely.
You walked up on my job.
Nigga, absolutely. Because I'm gonna tell you something. A motherfucker can steal on you and punch you, and people are like, oh, okay. But you open hand slap me like I'm your bitch, nigga.
But then look at this.
What you think you talking to?
Now look at this. Chris Rock is at work. What if he would have bust Chris' lip?
Yeah.
Now Chris got to do the rest of this show, lip swole up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or what if he would have gave Chris a black eye? Now Chris got to sit up there and continue to do the rest of his job with a black eye.
He was very professional. I will give him big props. Chris Rock is very, very professional. He thought about the black race. He thought about the black race under siege. And I think that people like that should be in the conversation whenever we gather everybody up and talk about how we're going to solve this shit. People like him that could be. Now, I don't like the fact that he didn't back off on Will, but it's got to be later. I want a fucking celebrity boxing match with him too. That's what I want.
No, I don't want a boxing match. I want a round table. I want a round table.
I want some hands.
I don't want hands. Men need to speak right now because really what you did is very disrespectful. Because
and it was a bad example to the youth.
To everybody,
it was a bad because the problem why we got so much violence is because we don't have conflict resolution. You know what I'm saying? They don't know that they could even have a conversation about things, you know. And if I was Will, I would have waited till I got my Oscar, and then I would have shed light on the situation. You know what I mean? I would say, man, I want to thank my wife for being so strong, for going through it and being an example for alopecia patients. You know what I mean? It was a joke. I would say, you know, it was a joke that was made earlier in reference to my wife. But you know, since we talk about her, I want to tell the world how strong she is. You know, and also bring light to the ignorance of people who make jokes about people not knowing what's going on with them. You know what I mean?
I would even with the ignorance thing, you know, but like, I mean, but he just didn't know though. How would he know? When you out like that, you know everybody in the crowd. When you go to a function, anything that people are going to get on you. Chris Rock's the host. He's a comedian. You have to know. Alert him before the show. Hey, Jada had alopecia, but you don't want your news getting out. Everybody's so private. I don't know, man. That's the problem.
How the fuck he gonna sit there and say that though? This bitch made our bedroom public.
Man, we're saying you can't take a fucking joke. You can't take a joke. You on a different issue. You on a whole different issue. You can't take a joke.
I'm just saying you can't take a fucking joke when your whole life is on Main Street, my nigga.
I understand.
He's saying that she never should have gotten mad to that point.
I get it. I understand
how she's thrown herself in the way and seemed like she's been unscathed up until this point with all of the jokes and commentary that people say about her. She seemed to not care at all. So you saying why she cared so much this time?
But it's out there. It's out there. It's out there.
That concludes this episode of The Wormhole. Join us next time to see what shit goes in the hole and comes out the other side gold.